Well, there always seemed to have been an educational component to what you were doing. You always had to educate the market, and you were running against the tide of a lot of call it misinformation, propaganda, whatever, from the other side. Originally, it was the hardware vendors that were standing in the way. They have perpetuated a model of hardware cost or pricing that has basically been, although we have a bunch of commodity parts in our array, we load it up with value-add software on the array controller, and we charge you an outrageous sum of money for software licensing. One of the early deduplication rigs was $410,000 for $3,000 worth of commodity parts plus some dedupe software. Justified or not, people were willing to pay the price. And what I always thought about storage virtualization, the way you conceived of it, wasn't just the aggregation of capacity, though that was important. It was also the ability to surface a lot of that value-add chewy goodness, so it's sitting on a software layer that can then be extended to all of your storage,
Correct.
not isolated behind specific rigs. Now, for a while, you latched on, I guess, with the popularity, this is about a decade ago, with the rise of popularity of server virtualization. You said, we're going to call ours a storage hypervisor. And that went over, I thought, pretty well for a lot of people who had already been trained at the knee of a VMware or a Hyper-V to understand what a hypervisor was, that now you were going to perform that same functionality with storage, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the time, you're trying to get people to understand the value of a pure software play. Because once you have pure software and you can download it, you can run it on any device you've got. The licenses are perpetual, they're portable, so you can run it and refresh it on different machines. These are the kind of things that consumers are really asking for. It also gives you the buying power, the purchasing power to make your best economic choice. The problem was how to make that construct understandable to the people that were out there. Hypervisors were the big wave, and clearly that was a place where people were understanding that you could get a big productivity gain. For us to be able to say, in effect, what we're doing is what the hypervisor does for computing, we can do the same thing for all of your storage assets. That was a very powerful message. So that's why we jumped on the storage hypervisor. The problem is, I think that term still is a technical connotation, and it frankly took, as time evolved, when you saw folks like EMC come along with the announcement around Viper and software-defined storage, and then the hypervisor guys running around going, oh, we do software-defined storage, that term became sort of in vogue.